Wale busuya mame na wase se wa click video iso na ubehwe nsem a ekoso o my Ghana mu na watimi ahye no nso wadaroma eya na wa comment ama bibia nso aye kama ene adifo bi ahyase the predictions bi eba bontin esanse ejada NDC amonyo konum butu NPP for akoye national conference ama nei ama NDC for adani omutipaye ni nyina ne se Enimsa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama odi term we a enya ade a obetimi akobiom nti no omonso so said etie bia no e also omunya leader foforo e de be nsem na efiri hoba yenimsa NPP so no owura Stephen Ayensu intim ono na ye national chairman and the NPP akwakoye revelation bi ananse omo akwakọ revise omo constitution ama akwakoba se eneyi national chairman ebe the overall boss and answer on leader of the party and also akofa nsem bi diaba ambassador Edward Boateng shedin wenso ambassador Edward Boateng si chairman Wontumi obetu no hyenenso na enso ho a abusuan de atia ne se MPP amonyo konum omo wayem esanse honorable NS Kumi odani bonkum so no ebusuan egusu omo ye ntotoye party nso gusu omo ya ahoboa se ebrepem ombetimi de hihye egu akwan mu na omakata na chikra na mom bombshell bi asanso ato de enya asem ketu akra bombshell ka se bombshell enye easy kra ye beko na yakotie sansem ni nyina na mom de dikan ye nhya ase emfamfri prophet wolai ninsema odi atudwa se nei NDC amonyoko no won se basabasa ye bi eba besimu ewo Flagbearership race no mu no enya asem ketu akura yenkotie prophet nsem no mra na yemeto ansem no so emfa mamu
de kra Ay3hu e man ba kwa mo de fast no mu no we me sembo me nya prophet me nyobu ba me sembo me ana be data force chairman Ashanti region ye kasa boys ni tie ye kasa mo piem no mpie ba ye kasa mo na omoda se do moda o mbeda so da biem atiwa o mo twem ba me hyembo we a prophecy atiwa panyini ba do o mbeku ba ko e de akere mo se munnim nyansa ambifo ye nim nyansa wan kura eti me hyembo se atiwa panyini ba do me boys that are visible all the forces say what NPP e ma obi yes momo go for maame momo yere eno mama e fa ko san ko se muni bodyguard asia bodyguard ni bodyguard ofo be say bodyguard or security here we are part of our body because nyame for sama one ne nam na se tutu a one na de ne hoji se kan ba one de ne hoji abebe ha da kusi as man how kusi ankobi ade ne ho be chiama but modem sa left and right didi here and when for say konku didi a onkun ne atiwa NPP mo watch out na babunu no security for no kwam de fast no mama omo no ensua bibi no mu se next time no offer akra ana osuma akra se onko ode ne kwafu na so ne nema na ode ndu ba bi na ga se ahameso no anso na akra ne su se security se issue na phone am 5 first e BCB atiwa watch out.
Oh no, especially that's a mabona to what you say. I don't know na kere boy. Lipo cha boy no. I'm kira. Ugobi. I'm kira lipo cha boy. Bajo haya. Abronye. Ena ko kere cha FIFA. Abronye. Okay, tire afifa. Omo mi olu my boy. Na awo ku FIFA de obeto. Edika abronye nyo gajeje ba hanga mo. Muhu o ma kan ba o mo de. Okay, the do the gaba ho. Ah, so what they can no o yi free ho. Yeah, you go for the beer the fair born man here. Say yeah ba, no yi free. Eh? Ako the cherry there. So what we be ma. Ako tia ho, o share ho. E jo ba ako tia ho be. Oh! to be a wanya, whatever, have over here. There's a to me about. Now, the okay, dear, send a trend. No. Then I'm not to send your picture on what written on one of the stations working at your fellow. You better not keep that to swap on to be actually. I just say, by a 24 years. Yes. But when I get there, one no Japan for a message from the answer. That's yes. Say another who are attacking me. No, that I can. Or any Juma. It's me, my Juma. Said you have a bush on one that me for the some more. I was in among the boys, Equayano. I just say, it's a man. Oh, yeah, the boss, I'm a boss of not over you are on a memo for another year. Who are the what I say? Who was it? Again, a woman from Mahama, who would never make a back one who bar, a mouse open as a bar. Mahama, oh, Mama, Libya, what I'm a guy that I go to. And she's saying, one will say, I walk as a banana, walker, I was a banana, and she's saying, and she said, your mama feels on and she won't go on the bread. But your mama will be out. And let us do I think that about one in the edge of my swag. Like your mama and the baby or Tinap when you see go to be a tea. Okay, well, the baby or never travel. Emma, Flonu, as would you? Make Anka for the phone. I can move that without before that. The piano go, no, we fool. Because who needs car, the piano go. I'm a baby, I'm a true. One first come and share before the Benji. Then why am I be my
Exactly. So yes, I see a bone crofo with Chebin in Potamu, ye brimon crofo. Sometimes JJ Rollins cousin, your friends to sue this. And one Nika Crano, you make a money. Or no, or Requamofa, Daniel Furiata, and no Momo Cacao. Almost said that of fan crofo good Chebi. Just hope you also MPP. Ye bone crofo and crofo migrated free Chebi, and two Granny. And Jacobi Chebi became like a graveyard. Political violence. 1992. Adanya. NDC winning to me. 10 years. Yet Akufo-Addo Kokase. Yechira umbibi kakrebu etiwana. It is because over the period they have been abusing the people. They've been abusing NPP. Now they say NPP akoye bi wa ya waso. Eti NDC dey no ye na retaliation. NDC mo Jimmy from then omo ko so Jimmy sa abusing people sa. No fire. Over 1996, and she has the same intimidation taxes. So far, Ay3hu Chief Asoka, one in the boys, Chief Asoka, 96, one in the boys. Tamalenin and Potter winning off what the energy and Kokra. This what Asoka boys are. Bring microphobe. Tata momoba no mo de nioma egu e ballot box mo wontimi ka me we ye yombeku when it trent me ka we ye yombeku Tata MPP de ye bukulong ne shirt ne yi a MPP for muntie ne yi mamo ma ne nyesa ya waso west in the started political violence and this narrative no cannot stand muntie yi Baby, 1996. Emma Mikroma Santiago, Commander JJ Graphics, one Chermatin, and the boy knew Santiago. It became the deciding factor in Ghanaian election, and we say it was mad with violence. Commander Graphics, 96. Go and look at the history. When we used to JJ Rollins did the whole military and the Ghana, abusing Santiago. Fire. Commander Graphics in Andy Penas, you filino, because one no baby MP near them. Well, you say, Manuko, yes. Oh, yeah, dear. One of them say, the political violence and starting it. The only time why you lucky kakra, there was because 2000, and the wind of change was so massive that if they had tried anything of that nature, and kept you a bit careful. And no crown on the 2000 election, there were pockets of violence here and there. And most of them was NDC. They perpetrated such crime.
Exactly so.
Tienio. Baby eba. Even internal election. NDC for lose election omuko internal election. Yet you come say 2004. Was it 2002 or 2004? Omoko omo internal election obeda samuamo. Omo shi obeda samwa tieti ane shwa swingina.
More fire.
And then my Francis is here NDC baby. Mumusa mo question. And the some party we pursue rebranding Jose as MPP na violent no mo na retaliate. And the youth of the nation believe say MPP ade omo ye na ya wasunti and NDC Jimmy said omo Jimmy. That's not true. Omo she Francis is here ma Francis is here Ghana and we Ghana be MPP ni. Adenta Francis is here. Oh ya NDC ni. Ya sure omo nti. Mumusa say dey na gusita no free NDC. Messi Yashi Wobeda Samoa, chairman of the NDC. Almost Shenu Tieti and Shwaso. Johnson crowd, Johnson Deno, or so Johnson, almost Manenko Johnson. That is NDC for you.
More fire.
Very abusive political party. And NDC say, Omo reason to Omuko Jimmy Yanra. Because MPP Jimmy why was so west. And I'll tell you why I was so happened. And whether or not it is right or not. Francis is here. Fire. 2005. Yeah, she won Papa. And I did generation Katiabe and General Secretary. Almost sure President for 2004. There was very little violence because we held the power. 10 years. After 2008 about you to me my dream. Namunti. Na Kufado dear. Wouldn't me blame you for all these things? President Kufado. I blame you. I didn't me blame you. Yes, I'm for bachelor to us. Yet to come her 2008. Ora can the point Yamuofa. On the National Security Minister under President Kufo. I'm here to Aba. Party in government too. Yes, security breaking. I'm a whole certain president went to me and rat time for the last election 2008 year to Abana 3 times. Time was the deciding factor. NDC violence in President Kufuor went to me and rat time. Now see about 2024. Now President Kufuor also Obama a yemi of a kanda pano and asat now. Any other co-election. What were you thinking? Obi ultimately na security breaking in 2008. No one side the security Ashanti said 2024. See your fanko a ya battle. And then an award. Obi Muntien ye. Very weak leadership. Kura police, kura military. President Kufuor and Timi and Murat time because of election violence of the NDC. Precisely. Danny? 10 years, a political violence started in Ra. Mr. Time was so much in such a way that you had 2 time. And this was so violent that President Kufuor, whole sitting president, went to be on time. After near Gusu, NPP for near Gusu, NPP for no, Omuji to me. Omuji to me 2009. 2009, Baba no more boys, no more boy Raha, Obaka no Kofi ayi Kwabeneji. I said there are many ways to kill a cat. Oh, and also there you 2016. The Mumu said Kandahar boys and one wine here. It was a imitation of what happened in 2009. Precisely. Remind the people. It was because for so long the NPP had been abused politically, and this is very abusive. Nanya American, your mama na anka sakai. You called Chiriponi by election in 2012. Danny, young Konyanko heard you see ya in Chiriponi in 2012. You are a talency by election. No one kwakoshe. We're a talency by election. And then this is she more this is a very violent party. So now Akwatia MPP, Mr. General Secretary, Justin Kobe, I will support you any day, anytime, against anyone. But what's no Mia Kobuya Kotia? Or be a walk from national headquarters, Mr. The last person. You go. Someone to me and prepare grounds. And yeah, a crown near cry, and near a jato, behind your Greek. No moment, someone to me and prepare. No moment, NDC wants to succumb us. If Sadia more person, we say total succumbent. NPP for some minimum. At the end of Mama, come and see and run. It's a very defeatist mindset. See, I just say, one more plan is on Babuye. No more buying a man training big dinner 1 year, any idea. Hey, day, Obakuan, Conswa. Man was a menu about Kubi, Nanesca, or Casse, and Ranche, a drum with the nominal Obiana Berman Chobia. Then what did it ja? Me wa boys book, Massy, a boys be, Memo Bakunidi, it's a Bakuno leader. Enra, of course, we could get these boys onto the grounds and nothing will happen. Crazy. It's a code as ASAP before see a beko a year kwatia. Near Timian governor, your boys see back into the food. They say at the end to trust the police, let me trust the military. If so, Manebua man and I guess well, you use military. It's Yababuya Mobile. It is the Antimian prepare. No Mosa could you for your Suwa kwatia. From the General Secretary to the last person, we have a free political party headquarters. I'm telling you, when you're ready, somebody lead, and we must lead like men. Precisely. And now, when America for you, true, now Russia for you, now China for you. If it's a Bakum person, it is also a weapon of mass destruction. Now, so will be a young you see here. If so, president would be a president, yes. Young one year, press. Yet me passing tell Kwasiawi akwala we ti be here and passing tell be wiase da oh hu dia be da be it's General Secretary the boys must come back on track Quincy Momo Musa be twu fire so wakotia mesi munyina mo be sori afri national and I'm telling you that one I'm telling you Momo mutwi fire so akwatia and I know some mutwi fire so akwatia ye nyina mpentokwa nemom di if said do mo ye ne total succumbing and in the minds they are reorienting your people that NPP is a weak party and then most of our go be actually say we shall go to akwatia and we shall put the diamond on the ring okay more fire now you free urban kofi
The People's National Convention has raised serious issues with yesterday's by-elections, insisting it was marred by violence and votes buying. We've been joined on the phone by its General Secretary Bernard Mona. Thank you very much, sir, for your time. Aren't you just crying wolf?
You have your reporters on the ground. They're stable from us, and you're saying I'm crying wolf. Such utterances will perpetuate theft in our democratic order, and you better desist from it. It is not to play the devil's advocate when the mandate of the people has been stolen. You should be interested in helping us so that we can ensure that this kind of attitude is exterminated from our body politics. And so when you start from that note, it is not healthy for our democracy. We have raised issues. Your reporters were there where we insisted that they should do a recount of votes. They simply denied us because we do not have the force. And look at how you have started asking me the question.
And when you say the people's mandate has been stolen, what exactly do you mean?
The Electoral Commission connived. We cannot mince words with this one. The Electoral Commission connived
with who?
To deny us our appropriate votes.
Who do they connive with?
They have fictitiously placed us on third, so as to mean that the PNC, after all, did not even place second.
Bernard.
Let alone making the protest.
Bernard.
We asked for a recount. Listen to me. In one area, when we even said they should recount the rejected ballots, it turned out that of the 7 reclaimed ballot papers, 4 of them went to the PNC. How come that it is only in the PNC strongholds or areas that the PNC won that you saw so much rejected ballots? Is it to say?
So where you pakwasi needing quite there. So when and this my so man appointment. It took in line of questioning now. Now it Bernard Mona Krabufui because it was clear and this was using violence intelligence to win election.
Exactly. So
and a journalist that is supposed to condemn no at all say no question. eti violence and starting talents mo kuma china mo konkɔhwɛ emranche mo konkɔhwɛ afi etiwa by election ba ovi etikomu a hwehwɛ etiwa by election mo hwɛ de si watiwa o bibini na oma bono eda ho a omokunu no etie ni ye oye mu mu we see we say 2012 2013 etiwa by election 2013 na esi ye no ana Akufo-Addo asem okokan ya oda bi da ya anti ase ache ana Akufo-Addo say omo ba ti omo be ye we no ana ye kire omo bibi kakra bi and the people resisted we said omo kwa de omo ye NPP fo ni o de omo ye NPP forward ti wani o Mose today Mose dey I was why dey I was why dey be I was when started political violence Debbie because some started way back in Etiwa, way back in Chireponi, way back in Talensi, way back in time. We were in this country. Civil society, no more most individuals, and happened. More fire. Obibani dia bonitimwa, ye pejanako. Way. After ye did 2016, Gabriel Cheda come so more call a year, your friend say. A demonstration go be yantikoma o man suma ko fam yanko bo man papa wo machi manfo ni tu Gabriel Chena ko chi nyina papa manfo ni tu ma sa boy na wu boy na ni 2 year prime boy na wu Mose I was west going aye day and no share political violence as eti enu nti na NDC aba be jimi se do mo jimi no Debbie NDC has been jimi all these years from the days of Adam NDC jimi say yeah all these years until they go to a point. At no point do I support Jenny. NPP we need to me. Also, what we need to me. We thought things were going to be different.
Exactly. Oyiwa ene da ho no manka nkyere mu enyansem kitu akra NDC emu aye butu ejabetom sese de prophet enya confirm se NPP omukura the upper hand anase omunsa no emu aye din se kuta dine eye dan a 2028 nkunimdie ebetimi abade amomo na omunsu gusu eye ntutuye na de tie ne se NPP omubeyi flag bearer ansana omayi national executives yenim se owura ayensu intim ntia ayenya ne se enya de obe contest biom chema Wontumi se NPP odaso ye NPP ni esanse munti na okopre national chairman na eno na ababeto dwa se ambassador Edward Boateng se debi da me gina kutadin ananse me ho adin me ya brantie mu me wonimde ametimi lidi NPP amonyoko no ama 2028 nkunimde aba ti se de tie bia no Wontumi meyi no e de na hwefom Edward Boateng ambassador ne ho asem kakra Paul Adom ochire e de atodwa se wonim na tie na hye ne nso na fa comment wo se Ambassador Edward Boateng oye the right candidate obetimi lead NPP as national chairman ananse onye the right candidate yentie Paul Adom ochire the description of Ambassador Edward Boateng na yemeto aso emfama.
The chairmanship race for the NPP is getting interesting because whilst John Boadu has said that he's going to be chairman, Edward Boateng has entered the race. Sounds like a very, very refreshing, sort of individual to enter the race. I don't know that whether many of you know him, but you know him. He's a media person, Global Media Alliance, blah, blah, blah. He's done a lot in the media. During President Kufuor's era, he connected Ghana to CNN. Those of you who used to watch CNN and you're watching CNN weather and you don't see Accra and you feel very sad, you see Cairo, you see Cotonou, you see London, and you don't see Accra. It was Edward Boateng's work that put Accra on the CNN thing. So now you see Accra temperature, so and so and so. He used to be a senior staff of CNN sometime in the 90s, and he came back to Ghana. He's a big PR brain. Generally, he's a brain of strategy. Edward Boateng is a strategic thinker in many, many ways. You know that he was ambassador to China, and he tried to bring a lot of money from China. The Ay3hu and all of that was wrought by him. Now, Edward Boateng has entered the race to be chairman of the party, and the people who are supporting him are saying that he is bringing a lot of refreshing ideas to the party and great leadership at this time when the NPP image is quite low. Because the NPP is fighting an image battle at this time. The party is in disarray and they are fighting an image battle. And Edward Boateng is the right person to be that image consultant to restore the credibility of the new patriotic party. Now, who is Edward Boateng? Ambassador Edward Boateng is a multifaceted global leader whose career spans diplomacy, strategic communication, media innovation, governance, philanthropy. Renowned for reshaping Africa's media landscape and deepening Ghana's diplomatic ties, particularly with China, as I said, he has brought transformation vision to both public institutions and private sector. As Ghana's ambassador to China, Mongolia, and North Korea, Boateng brokered multi-billion-dollar development deals, expanded educational opportunities for the Ghanaian student, and led humanitarian responses during the COVID-19 pandemic. His diplomatic efforts earned him praise as one of the most effective ambassadors of his tenure. He served as Director General of the Ghana State Interest and Governance Authority, SIGA, overseeing 100 state-owned enterprises. His leadership introduced performance contracts, real-time monitoring systems, and governance reforms that boosted efficiency and accountability across the public sector. As a pioneer in African media, Boateng founded Global Media Alliance in 1998 and helped launch CNN across several African countries while promoting media deregulation and innovative programming like Inside Africa. His work with Turner Broadcasting, which is the owner of CNN, laid the foundation for Africa's modern broadcast ecosystem. As chair of Global AfriSino, he now spearheads trade and investment deals across Africa and across Africa while championing inclusion through disability advocacy and philanthropic work. So Edward Boateng is a very refreshing entry into the NPP chairmanship race. The last time I saw him, I was fascinated. It is way back in 2023. Was it 2023 or 24? When we were launching the opening of the Kumasi airport, President Akufo-Addo was there, and Ashanti was also there. It was a very high-profile event, so if you're a small boy like me, you got to stand at the back, isn't it? So I was standing at the back with Edward, and he was beckoned that Ashanti wanted to say hello to him. And I was pushing him that Otumpo is calling you, should go. He said, oh, he doesn't like going. These big men, they are sitting there, they should be there. I said, but they say Ashanti is calling you. And then the chiefs came and said, Edward, oh, Fred was Simpra, you know. And then he went to shook hands with Otumpo, and then when he got to the president was punching him. And you know, Akufo-Addo, when he really likes people, that's what he does. You see him at the function and he's punching your chest. Then president was punching, he came back, I said, I like his humility, you know, but he's a really, really powerful guy. I think he's a very useful addition to the NPP chairmanship. Kisi Ajabe, I've been talking about him all the time. For 3 years now, I have been calling out Kisi Ajabe and his modus operandi. All the things that he's alleged to have done. Martin Amidu just put up an article and said that he has squandered 60 million. Today of all days, I was listening to Joy FM because they had advertised that my good friend Joseph Anthony Ay3hu was going to be on. I respect Tony Ay3hu for his brain power. He's one of the social knock, Tony Ay3hu, Kwesi Pratt, Professor Kwame Kaikai. And by the way, congratulations to Professor Kwame Kaikai. I couldn't attend the events today at the Teachers Hall. They had a beautiful event for him. He turned 80 years old, and they had a beautiful event for him. I really wanted to go because Dr. Yao Graham was speaking, and I like to listen to Yao Graham. Professor Audrey Gajepo was speaking. I love to listen to Audrey Gajepo, but somehow I couldn't make it. I've called for the videos, and tomorrow when I have, in the afternoon tomorrow, I'll be here. Friday afternoons, I'm usually here, just reviewing what has happened during the week. So tomorrow I'll be watching all that video, and then maybe Tuesday I'll give you some attention because Kwame Kaikai really deserves to be honored at 80. And he's one of those socialist minds. Kwame Kaikai, Kwesi Pratt Jr., Kweku Bako Jr. Kweku Bako has become right-wing small. He's with us, so it's different. He's very much with us now. But Kwesi Pratt is still on the left. Professor Kwame Kaikai, Dr. Yao Graham. They are all very intelligent left-wing people. And Tony Ay3hu. So I was listening to Tony Ay3hu this morning. And Tony Ay3hu speaks brutally and frankly. Listen to what he said about Kisi Ajabe.
I don't trust the special prosecutor. He talks big. He talks small. He doesn't know what he's doing. It's a shame. Is he protecting them? Look at the mess he made of the Cecilia case. Look at even the prosecution of this guy from this MC candidate. Oh, yeah. has never succeeded in any prosecution on corruption. So what are we paying him for?
But he can prosecute. But if the judges disagree with him, there's an extent to which he can perform.
If you build up your case, the judges will not ignore evidence. The judge will not ignore the evidence. But if you fail to present a convincing evidence, then that's what you're going to get from the judgment.
After all the millions that has been spent on his office that he uses to buy cars, he uses to travel, he has people on the payroll of special prosecutor who are 68 years old. They have a role in the office of the special prosecutor. They are 68 years old and they are sitting there and they are blowing government money on account of the fact that he is watching. He is the watchman who is watching people. He has deep relations with Anas Aremia, Anas, who is sitting in America, having lost the case against Kennedy, having won the case against Kennedy Japan, lost the money, is now on appeal that he wants more money when he told the BBC and the whole world that it wasn't about money. That's Kisi Ajabin's friend. These Kisi Ajabin characters, they are running down the state. And they are running down the state with a huge facade. The facade of they are prosecuting somebody and then they are running down the state. This is what they do. LaBianca is dead. After all the things that happened, LaBianca has died. Kisi Ajabin has not brought one CD to the Ghana government. The other day, he came and said he has found some dollars somewhere. Anytime there's a case against him, then he and that guy there called Samuel something, they will go and orchestrate some media publication, and then they have some media associates who will put out a story. Kisi Ajabin, journalists who are listening to me, if you remember, Kisi Ajabin said he had found fake dollars. That is 3 years ago. Up to today, we haven't seen what has happened to the fake dollars. And I talk like that because people say that you talk like that because Kisi Ajabin is more handsome than you. I get it. He's more handsome. Fine, no problem. But that's not the point. As handsome he is, I agree. Beautiful suit, nice smile. Kisi Ajabin is handsome. I have no problem with that. And he's more handsome than I am, so that's okay. We all cannot be handsome the same level. God makes some more handsome and some less handsome, and some are not handsome at all. But that's okay. Kisi Ajabin is squandering state resources with his ego, his pride, his complexes, and that is what is hanging on his shoulders. That's what Tony Edu was saying. Is Tony Edu too upset about? Is Tony Edu too envious of Kisi Ajabin because he's more handsome? Tony Edu doesn't care. Tony Edu is one who is thinking about the nation and is looking at the Ghana, and we are wasting resources on this guy and he does nothing. And he's sitting at Roman Ridge conducting debauchery and, oh my goodness, it is serious. This Kisi Ajabin matter that we talk and then they say, oh, because he's more handsome than you, because he has a bulletproof car and you don't have bulletproof car. I don't have bulletproof car. Maybe one day I'll get, maybe one day I won't get. It doesn't matter. The issue is that what is Kisi Ajabin doing with the money that government has been giving him from Akufo-Addo's government to the recent budget of Atuforsen? Every day, Ken Ofori-Atta gave him so much money. Mohammed Amin Anta gave him so much money. What does he do with the money? He carries soldiers and travels with them to New York. You see Kisi Ajabin in New York and Ghanaian soldiers are walking around him. That's what happens. Kisi Ajabin, we have not impeached him. But Justice Tokonu is being impeached for traveling with his husband and his daughter. Kisi Ajabin, the amount of money Kisi Ajabin has squandered, that belongs to you and I, the taxpayers. And I can say that because I am confident that I started paying tax before Kisi Ajabin started paying tax. That's for sure, because I'm older than him and I started working before him. So I started paying tax before Kisi Ajabin started paying tax. And since I started paying tax and it's going into the chest, that tax and your tax is being squandered on this man who has not brought one CD. One CD. The other day I was on a phone call with Manasseh Azuri. He was investigating something and he called me about it. And at least Manasseh Azuri, I fight with him a lot. But Manasseh Azuri has brought some money to Ghana on his investigations, so however he does it. He's brought some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 millions back to the state's chest. This man here, with all the state resources, police and soldier and bulletproof cars, Kisi Ajabin has brought nothing to the republic. And he sits there and he doubles between political parties. He's NPP, at the same time he's NDC. He doesn't like Ofori-Atta, and he's this, and he's passing here, and he's that. And all is about the charade. Cosmetic settings. That's all he does. This evening we are sitting down, Kisi Adabe comes. Oh, I've gone to arrest Mustafa Hamid. Mustafa Hamid has stolen money, so I'm going after him. I don't know the details. Mustafa Hamid's lawyer is here. The Honorable Kwenka is so upset that what is Kisi Adabe talking about? So when I called them in the afternoon that, look, this thing, what are we doing? What's happening? They say, everything Kisi says is not true. I said, are you serious? And he can issue a statement. Let me know.